Okay, boom. It's Carlos Narváez, the captain of the Boston Red Sox. I know that we say that, and like they haven't officially given you the C on your jersey yet, but like, how have you sort of developed your leadership skills? Because I feel like you came up out of nowhere, rookie season, but you carry yourself like you are the captain of the Boston Red Sox.
I mean, first of all, bro, like thank you for you guys. I've been waiting to talk to you. I just told you that, but like I say, I've been saying a couple things on X, and you know what I mean? Like, I just laugh, bro. I like it. I don't know what I mean. Like I don't pretend to be the captain. No. I just like it. To be honest, I just feel proud when I see something like that. I don't know. I mean, like 2 months. Like if I look back 2 months, it's like, okay, like this, like Marcelo, like coming up, like Campbell coming up, Anthony coming up. So I started here for the beginning. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, let's. I was a catcher, like catching every day at the moment. It's like, okay, let's take this with a very accountability. You know what I mean? Like I just laugh about it, but at the same time, okay, like when the game started, like. Get lucky and I get everybody on the same boat. So that's my mentality, and every time I'm behind the players, I just want to win, you know. So I don't know if that's something that a Kantai does, but it's like that's my mentality. So, but when I see something like that, I just laugh. I like it. I don't know. I just embrace it. Of course, I don't know if that happens in the future, like more than happy, but I don't thinking on that. You know what I mean? I just want to win games day by day, and especially the hot moment that we are right now. That's the most important thing, bro.
So what has made you so comfortable at the big league level? Obviously, being successful helps a lot, but what or who has made you feel so comfortable? Because I mean, speaking as someone that's watched a lot of Red Sox baseball, I don't know how many guys have come up their first full season in the big leagues and have just given off that appearance of like, I belong here. Like there's always some doubt, but like you don't seem to have any.
Bro, yeah, you said it. When you got that mentality that you belong somewhere, like that changed your whole mindset. I think everything what I've been through, like in the minor league in the past year, like helped me to get until this moment. I just think like be ready for the opportunity. That's the only thing. And when I went to spring training, I was waiting for a spot. That was the whole set. Like be ready for the opportunity. I had the chance to be traded in December, so that's the opportunity. When I go trade, it's like, okay, this is the opportunity that everybody talk about, you know. So it's like just be ready and be in the moment. Like, and I don't know, like I say, every journey for every guy is different, bro. Like every guy have a tough journey, has his own situation. Like my one specifically was a tough one. I like it. Like I love every part of it. Like if I need to go back and go through, I do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like tough moments in the minors. I never was a prospect, so it's like. You deal with depression, you deal with the failure. You're still gonna live with the failure in the big leagues. Like it's never gonna go away. So, but having that mentality, like when everything happened, and I just made the opening days like super happy. But it's like, okay, on my mind, I'm not a rookie. You know, like everybody said, but in my mind, I've been playing baseball for 20 years. You know, so of course it's a different environment. It's a 30,000 plus. People every day, especially at Fenway, like every day is rocking, you know. So it's like, if at the beginning you may feel depression a little bit, but at the same time it's the same baseball, like same bases, like you know what I mean. Like you gotta go 27 hours. It's the same. It's just that's another part. I like playing with pressure. I like those environments. I like the 8th inning when they play the song and everybody is to stand up. Like to be honest, that's the coolest moment of the game. So I kind of remember my first homer this year was in the 8th inning against White Sox. What? I lit off that inning, and that was after the song. So I still was chill out, like ghost moves on that one. You're cool, bitch. You're good. So I
You
cannot
make the
remember.
All-Star team. You can walk in front of the camera.
I cannot remember that moment. It's like I say, I like to play in that environment. So on my mind, I never thought, okay, I'm a rookie or whatever. Like let's go play baseball, let's go win games. So that's all. Probably, and of course, like having all the confidence of the coaching staff, the pitching staff, all the guys like really trust me on what we're doing here. So it's like, okay, let's go out and play baseball and have fun.
One of the top things that people are probably talking about when it comes to Carlos Narváez, the captain, Narvi, we'll stick with the nickname on the gear. But everyone's saying at this point, this guy, we're just getting distractions from like the best players on the team. That's hilarious. At this point, it's like, okay, he's proven it up to the All-Star break. You've been one of the most consistent catchers in the game. But the top thing that comes up is like, how's he going to get through the season? Like, how are you putting yourself in a position to be ready in September and October? Yep. Yeah. AC said the same.
We got
There you
AC
go.
over here.
Yeah.
Put the C on there.
Yeah, he should, right? He should.
Go for it. I was driving here today, and there's a big billboard. You know?
Yeah, just don't be
The
late,
captain.
Carlos.
I mean,
Money tomorrow.
I'm telling you,
It's chaos.
the new captain. This is incredible, by the way. We're just getting everybody in
We
the
gotta
interview.
get tech down here.
So basically, how are you planning to be ready for September and obviously, hopefully, October, knowing that you haven't gone that far into a season yet?
I think like being the moment, bro. Being the present. I think personally, I take care of my body really good. I know my body. I think everybody does, but on myself, like I know my body. I know when I feel a little tired, I gotta do. It's crazy when I feel a little tired, I gotta do lift even more. So it's like I don't know. I just play with it. I said this earlier, bro. Like I don't know, earlier on the week, I've been saying like, okay, I never played a plus 100 games or whatever. If I did it in the past, it's because I never had the chance to do it.
Yeah.
So on my mind, like I'm ready every single day. Even those games that I don't play, I'm ready on the bench, watching the game to be ready at the end of the game. So it's like I don't know. Of course, at the end of the season, you may feel a little tired or whatever, but that's part of it. You know what I mean? Like you do lift, you never feel 100% every time. But when that happens, it's like okay, like
Steve lives too sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look like that.
No, I'm starting my program.
Yeah.
Jaron put me on a program, but I haven't
Yes.
started yet, but I'm going to get to it.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
so like that's just part of it, and just know your body. And I think
Yep.
personally too, I'm the guy like normally in the past, like at the end of the season, I feel better. The more that I play, I feel better. So I think that's not a problem. Like I said, when I feel tired or whatever, I just lift a little more. I do my massage, my stuff. So it's not a big deal on that one. I feel really good. Like we a little more halfway through the season. I feel great.
So on those days where you do get tired and you're at Fenway, how much of a boost of energy do you get from the fans in Boston?
God, bro. As soon as the game starts, you forget about any tire, any pain. Like it's not a secret. Every single player feels something every day. It's not like you're gonna be to 100%. So, but as soon as the game starts, bro, I said this earlier. I never gonna get tired of it. Like play at Fenway is the best thing ever, especially if you're winning. Like you guys live from the stands. Like it is crazy. So it's like I don't know. Like still. You may feel whatever you may have a problem, you may feel sick or whatever, but as soon as the game starts, like you forget about anything. And especially if you're winning, that's the most special play to play. So it's like I really appreciate, bro, because when we went into the tough stretch, like I don't know, 5 losses in a row, it's still the people coming here. So that's not an easy thing to do. Super pumped. That's why we always talk in the clubhouse, bro. Let's bring this energy. Let's make these fans happy because they're here for us. So let's gonna like play to 100%, and that's our mentality, and that's why we get hot.
How much does at the end of the road, the playoffs, how much does that motivate you? Or is that kind of just too far down the line here where you have to find smaller goals where every day, like what is your motivation? And I guess where does the postseason rank in terms of like, I need this to keep me going every day?
Of course, as a team, we think, we set a goal. That's the goal. We're playing the position, playing the World Series. We have the standing every single night
You
there,
can't
so
miss
we're
it,
watching. Exactly. But at the same time, we're in the moment. We just play by game. We understand when we went in the tough moment, we understand the moment and trying to grind every at bat. That was our meetings. Or now that we get high. We just okay. You understand too, because you cannot be a roller coaster. You gotta try to stay on the same line. So when you play bad, you're not as bad as you think, and when you play good, you may not be good as you think. So you're trying to stay on the moment. Like we're in a good moment right now. We're trying to be like day by day. We are above 500. We're gonna finish the first part of the season above 500. So that's our mentality, and it's gonna be interesting, bro. It's gonna be interesting, especially the last month. So we gotta stay close in the standings. Like forget about the other teams. Everybody's close. So the wild card or whatever. We still got a chance to win the division, and that's our goal. But everything starts from tonight, and then tomorrow, and then Sunday, and then break, and then we got Chicago next. So like we gotta be on the present.
I think one of the super underrated parts of the position you play is how long your day probably is leading up to the game. Like, take us through the process of being a catcher, and then just another layer of that. Like, how have you done with relationships like guys like Bayo and other dudes in the rotation? How is that like building a relationship with a guy where you go through the rotation? It's got to be different for each guy. And you're a rookie. Obviously, of course, you played a lot of ball. But what are the challenges of trying to have a different relationship with each dude?
I think, bro, as a catcher, everything starts from the night before the game. Like when you study, Tech is the best. Tech is the best guy of that. Like you got all your scouting report stuff. Like we study before every series, before every game. So everything starts from that night. And then with the relationship with the pitchers, I personally like to play golf. So that's another, okay. Yeah. So a lot of American guys, pitchers, play golf. In season, it's a little tough, but in spring training, we win a couple times. I think that's at least to me, that's the best way to build relationship with the guys, because to treat them, especially in the middle of the game with bases loaded, whatever, with people in the stands, like you gotta know who's your guy on the mound, like how's his personality. If you gotta be hard on him, or if you got to be a little softer, like how to deal with, for example, Weiser is my guy. Weiser, you got to be hard on him, you know what I mean? Like every time the moment, hey bro, you know what I mean? I don't want to say right now, but let's fucking go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can say that.
So it's like he can tell you. One time I went out, hey bro, you're being a pussy, you know what I mean? Like, I need you being a beast mode right now. So it's something like that. For example, yeah, for something, Beast, Crochet, like he know everything what he does. He's really into the game, like into the game plan. So with him, it's just a little bit to remind him, like, hey bro, this, whatever. I think it's just a few times like I talk harder to him, but it's not like that. So that's everything outside the field, like in the clubhouse, playing golf, in the bus, on the road trip, in a dinner, like. That's when, okay, this guy is like that. I gotta treat this guy in this way. You know what I mean?
So, for a big league catcher, I feel like a lot of fans don't realize how much goes into your day to day. I know, like the Red Sox just put out a video that kind of detailed what you go through over the course of a day, but there's a lot of stuff that gets left out of that. Yeah. Like you, as a player, like break it down for me in terms of what you take the most pride in, because you control the running game. Like you're throwing guys out on the base paths. You're also, like you just said, you're building relationships with your pitchers so that you know what to say and when to say it to guide them through their outings. You also have to be a good receiver behind home plate, and you're one of the best offensive catchers in the game. So it's like, how do you slice up your day to where it's like, I think if in this league, there's guys where it's like, I'm just a good hitting catcher. I'm not really good at anything else. You're good at everything. So how do you sort of like divide up all your things that you're good at so that everything gets a little bit of focus and attention?
First of all, thank you for that. And secondly, like, I come here early. I got here at noon, 1 p.m. I get lunch. I reviewing their lineup. And then that's until like 2 p.m. And then I just change. I go to the lift, to the gym, and then I go to the cage. So now in the cage, I forget about catching, or just hitting, like just doing small things. I like to simplify things. I don't. If for example, yesterday I feel a little bit off with my hips, okay, that's something that I'm gonna work the next day. I'm not okay, hips, hands, machine, whatever. No, it's something specific. And then I just done with the catch. I just don't talk to you guys, and then BP, and then after that I guess like probably 5 o'clock, and then I got 2 hours. You know, I did everything studying, and then I go to the hot tub, cold tub. I just get my routine before the game. And that's now, okay, I'm catching now. I forget about hitting. I do everything to be ready for my pregame, my hips, my get ready to catch and forget about hitting. So I don't know, that's something, probably the experience, the little bit of experience or whatever, leaning on guy like Tech or something like that, you know, like, okay, I think I'm good at separating those things, you know what I mean? After I done hitting, I forget about hitting. I just catching now, okay? So, and in the game, when I only focus on hitting, when I'm the box hitting, and then probably after, if I miss an at bat, I go to the iPad. Okay, what I did, boom, I just flush it out, and then I just got the catch. You know what I mean? I always say that the most important thing to me is behind the play. Of course, every guy is. I'm gonna lie if I don't care about hitting. Every guy on the box wants a result, wants to hit, especially men in scoring position. You want to win games, you know. So of course I feel bad when I'm missing a bat, but that's my second part. My first sign is behind the play. If I make it, yesterday I made a throw and it was an error, bro. I was like 3 innings just mad about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something that I care about the most. Like, but I think when you trying to separate those things, that's when you make good at catcher or you make good at hitter, or probably you make good at both. But you got to separate those things because, especially to be in a catcher and in this market in Boston, like you got to separate those things.
So you're from Venezuela. I am curious, who are your guys growing up? Who are your idols? And did you try to model your game after anybody? Obviously, Miggy's the guy that comes to mind. But is there anyone that you looked at, you're like, I want to be like that guy when I make the bigs?
From Venezuela, Miguel Cabrera. That's my idol. Like when I was like 3 years old, we're from the same city. I always trying to. That's why I hit. So when I was young kid, my uncle and my dad, like, you gotta go to the other field. Miguel Cabrera was the best hitter going up, you know. So I don't know. It's something that I always watch growing up. And then when I was like fully catcher, because I was third baseman, you know. I like to get grounder. So, but when I was fully catcher, I get into Salvador Perez. Like how he like lead everything what he does. How he's a captain for the Royals. He's a captain from Venezuela in the World Classic too. So that's the type of guy that I like to watch. And then like back then, Ivan Rodriguez was like one of the best, like throwing, like catching, hitting. Of course, I saw Tech. He always laugh about it. I like that he was more than a switch hitter. I don't hit lefty, but I don't know, like just the aggressiveness, the fight with the Yankees, like with A-Rod, all this type of stuff is in the moment, you know what I mean? Like, so I like those guys, especially catcher, when you got that attitude, like that personality, like, okay, this guy is a leader, this guy everyone's locked into. So that's the type of guy that I like. That's why I like Tech. I like Ivan Rodriguez and Salvador Perez. To me, that's the best 3 guys behind the dish, like in that. Forget about his numbers and stuff, how they lead the game. That's I always look into. So those 3 guys.
Can't beat that. Great list.
The walk-off against the Yankees.
Yeah, bro.
So now you're kind of getting a feel for the Boston Fenway vibe, the Red Sox-Yankee rivalry. Take me through that moment. Like, is there a little bit extra satisfaction because it's the former organization, and then having a hit like that at Fenway Park, Red Sox Yankees? Like, what was like that moment like for you?
I mean, 100%, bro. Like those games when we went to New York, okay, I was waiting for that series since everything started. So the homer, whatever, great. But that hit right here, like walk off, that was the best moment right now in the season. Like. I know he was my guy when I was there. Like, I know he got 2 pitches, like sinker, forcing, like tough angle from the bottom. Like, okay, I just want to trying to get through here, like through the middle, wherever he goes. So he was throwing me sinker. It's a nasty sinker, bro. To put in the air is a nasty pitch to do. So I just try battling with him. Then I just, okay, at some point he's going to throw me a forcing. like it's a little like up, trying to stay. If you see my swing there, it's trying to stay through as possible to find a gap. Like that's the only was that I was like thinking in the moment. So like I say, fall in the sinker, and then finally get the forcing. I'm just more than happy that I love hitting Fenway, bro. You got the
it's gotta be the
there,
best.
so you just gotta hit it good, and it's gonna find somewhere, So really cool moment, bro. Like special moment. Like my family was here, so
That's awesome.
I still got goosebumps on that one. Like it was really cool moment, especially in Fenway. And then after we swept them, like it was a really cool moment.
Yeah, they suck.
Last one for me. I know you got to get ready for the game tonight. Credit to you for doing this, by the way. You're catching tonight. When did you know you were? This is the most important question I'm going to ask. When did you know you were a backwards hat guy? Because you're a backwards hat guy. Not a lot of people can pull this up, but this is your look. Like, when did you realize I got to go with the backwards hat? I look cool.
No, I mean I don't know, but I'm a little swaggy guy. I like shoes. I like, you know what I mean, but. I remember AC told me a month ago, like, hey, bro, when you go to the field, put your hat like front, like don't play like that. So I love it. I really appreciate that because that looks professional, So it's like that's something that we was doing early in the season, and then we fixed a little bit. So I just talking to you right now, but when I got a hit, I just go forward or
for the cameras. You're like, I'll go back. You got to be smooth.
I mean, yeah, bro.
That's the look,
if
bro.
I go here, I can. You know what
I know. No, I'm telling you, the backwards hat's a look.
I'm a catcher too. I always had my hand like that. I use a hockey mask, so I always been. I don't know. It's just comfy. But,
it's the look.
It's a look.
That's Carlos Narváez, the captain of the Boston Red Sox.
Buenas noches, amigos.